And first up by request, we'll have Jamal Spencer from WZZM 13.
I first of all got to know if there was a third period you've ever seen like that. If you've ever seen a third period in which that many goals are scored in that period of time, and you guys had to regroup the way you did.
I mean, yeah, every time you're up 3-0 in the third period, it's definitely not ideal to let in four like that, four quick goals. But, at the end of the day, we found a way to, come back and 2 goals and get the win. But it was definitely a crazy third period.
And a quick follow-up, once you guys were able to tie it again, after they scored their 3 goals to tie it and then they went ahead, how were you guys able to, again, regroup and finish as strong as you did?
I mean, that's a game of hockey. I feel like a lot of times, there's going to be, changes like that in a hockey game, and you just got to, have the right mindset and be ready for it. And, I think we did a good job tonight of bouncing back.
Next question, Elaine Shercliffe from Full Press Hockey.
So tonight you guys only played with 4 true defenders. How do you enter, like what kind of mindset do you guys bring into the game when you have so many forwards on the ice?
I mean, I don't think the mindset changes for anyone. It's the ultimate goal is, you're going to play the hardest you can and try to get out there and get a win. And, big props to those guys, the forwards that did play defense tonight. I thought they did a hell of a job back there, and, things worked out really well. And yeah, I thought they played great.
Next up, Patrick Williams, Elite Prospects.
Yeah, in that third period, was there any sense that Iowa was starting to push back a little bit right before they did have that comeback?
I mean, no, I don't think that you're ever, thinking about that. Obviously, you knew they were going to play their hardest hockey, especially in a 3-0 hockey game when we're up. And, credit to them, they did do a good job and, did fight their way back into the game. But, at the end of the day, it's, about getting the win and getting 2 points.
Thank you.
And back to Jamal Spencer.
Just one last quick question for you. I know that you guys hadn't played in 13 days, and you got yourselves up yesterday morning expecting there to be a game against Chicago. You were on the ice for your morning skate yesterday when you found out you wouldn't be playing. Was there any rust in your eyes in the performance, from the Griffins tonight, or was there anything that you guys felt was lacking because you'd been off for so long?
I mean, every time you take, that much time off, it can be hard on the body, and to get right back into the games. But I thought we started really well. I thought we for the most part had a really good hockey game. We competed, we were staying within our structure, and yeah, overall I thought we had a really good game.
Thanks, man.
Elaine Shercliffe once again.
If you just want to kind of walk us through that goal you scored though, because it was a pretty nice one.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what happened in the D zone there, but I just know Smitty grabbed the puck in the neutral zone, made a nice pass to me and, just shot the puck short side and yeah, it went in.
All right, I think that's it, Tom. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll start this one off. Elaine Shercliffe from Full Press Hockey.
So first of all, do you want to kind of walk us through that goal you scored? It definitely had a lot of hustle and bustle to it.
I mean, yeah, I guess we got an ozone draw and I think we kind of lost it, and I ended up getting the puck and then tried wrapping the puck around, and I got my own rebound and it just trickled under his arm. Kind of a greasy one.
And then did it feel any different to play with so many forwards tonight since you only had 4 true defenders, or was it just kind of just like a normal game for you guys?
I mean, it kind of felt normal. Shiner and Speeds did a really good job of moving the puck up and playing really good defensively. And I mean, I don't know if I could do what they did, and they did a hell of a job.
Yeah. And just kind of just really quick, talk about that third period. Literally, like everything happened.
Yeah. I mean, they got some scoring chances and scored on them, and then we kind of regrouped, and our first line went out there, and Taro got a nice one, and then Turge went back out there, and he also got a nice one, and the rest is history.
Patrick Williams, Elite Prospects.
Yeah, Jared. With two forwards playing back, what do you guys as forwards want to try to do to help support them and maybe pick up that slack a little bit in terms of especially in the neutral zone there?
I mean, neutral zone, I think all we have to do is come back and get open for them. They can make plays. You saw it today in the D zone. We just come back and play our structure and be really vocal and get open for them. And they did a really good job. Give them credit.
Thank you.
Jamal Spencer, WZZM.
You ever been part of a game in which your team gave up 3 goals in like a 36-second span? And after something like that happens, how do you possibly regroup?
I mean, I've been on a lot of teams where we've been on the other end, but I've also been on the other where we've been down or we've been up 3 and they came back and ended up winning. So, but I mean, that is hockey. That anything could happen. We did a heck of a job of coming back and regrouping and, only focusing on the present and what we could do. And like I said, Barbs, Taro, and Crisco went out there and they scored. And then Turge got a nice one from Smitty and Elson.
All right, I think that'll do it. Thank you, Jared.
Thank you.
First up, we've got Elaine Shercliffe from Full Press Hockey.
So what goes into creating your lines when you have only 4 true defenders playing in the game?
Well, that's a very valid question. Dominic Shine has played defense a little bit in the past, kind of intermittently, sporadically, not in the course of a full game. And then when we needed to really assess and see who else could play defense, we thought Tyler Spiza, with just his ability to skate and his speed, that he can get back on pucks quickly. He plays somewhat fearless at times, so he's not afraid to go back and get hit and make plays with the puck under pressure. So that was kind of our logic. I thought those guys did a tremendous job being put in an awkward situation and really stepping up and digging in for the team.
And then what do you think the difference was before the 4 goals were scored by Iowa and after? Like, what do you think happened with your team to let those 4 go? And then what happened afterwards to make them say, no, we're taking this game?
Well, obviously the whole game is predicated on mistakes, and the less mistakes you make, usually you have a better chance of winning the game. And I just thought we made some mistakes at inopportune times, and they're an opportunistic group with a lot of good goal scorers. I mean, if you look at their roster, with Mayhew, with Dumont, this young Matt Boldy that's coming, he's a goal scorer. They've got some good depth up front. Chaffee, Shaw, they've got some pieces, and if you make mistakes and don't get pucks out and you want to turn it over, they are going to make you pay for it, and they did. So with that being said, credit to our guys for digging in and having the resiliency. It's kind of an emotional, you're up by 3, then 2, then 1, then now it's tied, now you're down, all in a matter of 10 minutes, and then you come back, and they responded by scoring with a minute left, and we held on.
Jamal Spencer, WZZM.
Ben, as a coach, do you take from this game that your team played pretty solid through the first 20 minutes? Do you look at that 3-0 lead you had in the third? Do you focus on giving up 3 goals in 36 seconds? As you move forward as a coach, like what do you tell your team tomorrow?
Well, I think you focus on the positives. I love the fact that our team, if you look at our roster, we competed extremely hard. I think some guys were given opportunities and they made the most of it. And I think other guys were put in situations where they have to learn to continually grow into it. But I thought overall, our focus points has to making sure we're managing the puck and playing as simple as possible and being as predictable to each other as possible.
Patrick Williams, Elite Prospects.
Yeah, so for your natural defensemen that are playing with a forward, what do you want them to do to help ease that transition for that forward playing up back on the blue line?
Ask again. What was the question?
For the on your pairings where you're using a forward as a defenseman, What do you want
Yeah.
your natural defenseman to do to help support that player? You know, obviously the natural.
I think communication has to be it's a vital part of having success. Whether or not you're in your natural position or not, if you're forward playing D, if you're a D playing forward, if you're a left winger playing right wing, if you're a center playing goalie, I think at the end of the day, you have to have talk and communication. And I think a little bit of talk and sorting things out and identifying when to move the puck, what's open, where your support is, just makes the game a heck of a lot easier. So I think, just talking and communicating is a huge aspect of the game, regardless of what position is. And, for a defenseman or quote unquote true defenseman, these guys have to step up and help out. And I thought that they did. I mean, with Hicketts, with McIlrath, Dastu hasn't played a ton. So it's making sure that they're playing to their strengths and not trying to do too much and trying to help out their partners as best possible.